I'm so delighted to be joined by Julian today from Livingston Aviation. He's going to talk about his private aviation journey. Julian, welcome to the channel.
Oh, thanks very much indeed, Paul. So I bought aircraft over the years, first of all for my own private use, and over the last few years as a business.
Oh, fantastic. So what made you buy your own aircraft? That's a big decision to make.
Like a lot of people, I sold a previous business and suddenly had the cash to be able to indulge myself in one of my favorite pastimes, which was flying my own aircraft.
Fantastic. And how did you find aviation? Because that's kind of a unique thing. Some people have a passion for cars, airplanes, and yours is airplanes. How did that come about?
Purely by chance. My wife bought me a trial lesson. And when I was walking back into the clubhouse with the instructor, he said, "Oh, well, are you going to learn?" And I said, "Oh, hadn't thought about it, but yeah, maybe I will." And it kind of grew from there.
Oh, fantastic. So it's all your wife's fault, all this cost and extravagance, if it is such a thing.
She benefits from it as well. She's flown all over Europe with me.
I think for me, the kind of key benefits is the time piece. Because if you have your own aircraft, you can literally, okay, let's go to France for lunch, or let's go to Scotland, or let's go to Wales. Do you just have those whims where you're lying in bed in the morning think, where should we go today? How does that work?
Quite often we plan when we're going to do a trip. We have a north, south, east and west plan based on where the weather is best.
Fantastic. And where's your favourite destination if you're flying from the UK?
The best country to fly to in Europe is definitely France. It has the most airfields, it has a fantastic attitude towards general aviation, and it's low cost.
So where's your favourite restaurant to go and visit in France, Julian?
Unquestionably, it's in a place called Dôme, which is a Bastide town just above the Dordogne River near Sarlat. It's a fantastic hotel, 3-star hotel with a 5-star restaurant there, and that's where I would choose to be if I had to be anywhere.
And with your aircraft, I understand that you can buy hours. What does that mean and how does that work?
Well, the latest aircraft we have, which is a Piper M600, we sell packages of hours, usually in 25-hour lots. And you need to think about it as having your own timeshare in the sky. Once you've bought the package, you're free. It's your aircraft for the time that you use it, and you're free to go anywhere you want to go.
That's fantastic. So timeshare in the sky, you buy hours. So let's say I'm in Guernsey today and I want to go to Paris. So my understanding is about 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. So that's 1 hour. So as part of my 25 hours, I can make that trip and use 1 hour of my time.
Not quite, because we've got to, not quite the same as that, because we've got to come and get you first. So there's a time it takes for us to get from Oxford, where the aircraft is based, to you, then on to Paris, and then back to Guernsey.
So it's probably going to be 2 hours rather than 1 hour.
Exactly.
Oh, fantastic. So 25 hours is the minimum. How much does that normally cost per hour for that plane as a guide?
Well, you pay for the plane as one package, and then your pilot services are a separate package. So we'll charge £600 an hour for the plane itself. If you buy 25 hours in the plane, you're looking at a £15,000 expenditure. On top of that, you'll then, depending on where you're going, you'll purchase some pilot services, and they will organize the flights for you. They'll handle all of the flight planning, they'll handle the costs of the airport fees, any fuel charges, and that'll be billed to you as a separate bill. But obviously we can't quote on that because that's variable according to where you want to go.
So Julian, so it cost me £600 per hour to use the plane.
Yes, but if you include the pilot services, I think the costs are between £1,200 and £1,500 an hour, and that's what you ought to allow on. But for that, you're getting incredible convenience. You're going from Guernsey to exactly the place that you want to go to. The time saving for you. Really, this kind of travel is for people who can afford it, but also are time poor. You know, it's people who want to, their time is more valuable to them than the cost.
So how valuable is your time will determine if the £1,500 an hour is going to make a massive difference to your life. So the things that we love about private flying are...
The thing I love about private flying is there's no queuing at airports. I mean, literally you are in the air 15 to 30 minutes after arriving at the airport. And it's the same when you arrive at the destination. Usually there's a taxi waiting for you and you're away in 15 minutes. We can arrange private passport controls at the airport of your choice. And so it's convenient, it's time saving. In our aircraft, there's 4 seats, but there are 4 luxury seats. You have noise cancelling headphones, so you're able to talk to each other in comfort. You can work, there's a table in the aircraft where you can work with your laptop. It just gives you loads of added conveniences, you know, and if you want to go to any kind of slightly unusual destination where there isn't a major airport, this is the perfect way to do it. It's 5,000 airfields across Europe and only about 500 airports. So if you consider it in those terms, you've got so much choice as to where you can go and be very, very close to your ultimate location.
So Julian, what have your clients found about the private aviation experience?
I think one of the things that they really like is that they regularly fly with the same pilots and they get a rapport with those people, and it really adds to the overall experience.
So Julian, thank you so much for joining me today, and your knowledge and experience is going to be so valuable to the viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks very much for the opportunity.
And we look forward to flying with you.